Test one, two, test one, two. Is our audio good? Is our visual good? It looks like we're good. Okay. So I was like, is it too late to stream tonight? No, it's not too late. It's just everyone else is too early. I had to do it. It's been way too long since I streamed. As I say every time I start streaming. But what the fuck is going What is going on here? We have Ethan Klein attacking Destiny for being a pedophile, and then apparently Destiny, like his namesake, Jeffrey Epstein, his Epstein namesake, um, he has this like these agents ready with this blackmail on Ethan that he releases on Ethan immediately after Ethan starts attacking him. So I was like, I don't know, man. Should I go through all of the shit, correlate it, have a great slideshow to present to everyone? And I probably should do that, but I'm just gonna make you guys suffer with me and wade through all of the slop that we're seeing these guys do. So I think a good place to start is just Destiny on Twitter. Destiny's Twitter. What has this man been posting lately? I think that's like a fine place to start. Okay, so I haven't been on his Twitter lately. What the fuck? When people accuse me of having. Okay, so he's been tweeting up a storm. He re he reposts these people aren't allies of the left. Why? This is what I don't understand, guys. Why are liberals like Destiny and Ethan Klein insistent on saying that Hassan and Shonda Black and Frogan and Bad Empanada are not good representatives of the left? They ostensibly hate the left. Why do they simultaneously say that they're the left, but also like they hate the left, but the left deserves better representation than Hassan? Why the fuck do they care? Just you fucking hate the left. You like this. They're just creating a no true Scotsman, right? They're like, I don't like Hassan, but he's not actually like really on the left. He's a fake leftist, right? Like it's a completely incoherent position they have. Um, Ethan Klein will simultaneously say that Hassan's too far left, and he pretends to be a liberal when he's being interviewed by Rolling Stone magazine or GQ. But also, he is a fake misogynist, right? And that parody video he made, where he's like, "I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut." That's his real position. He's just been hiding all of his misogyny. So anyway, we like let's get into parody videos. Maybe Ethan Klein does not want to get into parody videos. One thing I wanted to talk about. Let's just look at what do I have saved here. Oh yeah, a great video from Ethan Klein. What do I can't believe he posted this shit. Ethan talking about traumatizing a little girl. Oh, this one. This one was so good. Okay, so everyone knows. Like, let's just start off with this. This was 2 months ago for something, but whatever. Everyone knows the video that everyone knows the video where Ethan Klein is like sexualizing a 17-year-old girl who was running the Boston Marathon, and she got hit by shrapnel from the bomb and she survived that, right? Everyone knows that video. I really want to see if I can find something. Let's see. Girl with a microphone. What was it called? Like Boston bomber video? If we can find this, it's not gonna be that. Girl with a microphone, Ethan Klein debating a puff piece. I don't know. Okay, wait, I think this is what it is. Yeah. This is what it is. So look, this isn't like new revelations. This isn't about Ethan Klein's Reddit profile, pedo troll. But I think that a lot of the talking points you're going to hear from people defending Ethan can be applied to this situation too. So if we can see what they're saying about this, which has been in the public domain of knowledge for at least a while now, then we can address these talking points and then apply them to the new information that's come out. So let's just look at this. So this was 2 months ago, and they say, another great video from the girl with the microphone provides context on Ethan's marathon victim video. Bro, what the, like, take a step back, take a moment to have self-reflection. You're like, this marathon victim video where Ethan's talking about wanting to sexually assault a victim of a terrorist attack needs context here. Let me provide the context of this video where someone's like basically salivating over a normal fucking picture, right? Okay. So I wanted to listen to this. So what do we have here? Her description on the video. More than 11 years, it's a whole 11 years ago. That's over a decade. When he was what, 27, 26, 28? Ethan Klein posted an edgy video mocking a specific Reddit community to his 4,000 followers. Snarkers had to dig back over a decade to find something to harass Ethan with. Okay, like, you're just calling Ethan Klein a snarker. Like, you're describing what he did to Hassan and has done to literally everyone else. He went back to when Cenk Uygur was in college to dig up an old paper that Cenk wrote about the Armenian genocide, something that he has since been adamantly opposed to and has since said that, like, yeah, I was brainwashed and I've spoken out against that position that I once held. That's exactly what Ethan Klein is doing. Holy shit. But whatever. So you're a snarker if you dig something up, unless you're Ethan Klein, apparently. Snarkers had to dig back over a decade to find something to harass Ethan with. I love how also posting a video that someone made is harassing them. And now even journalists like Taylor Lorenz and Kate Tanbarge are spreading misinformation using this video. Since y'all won't shut up about it, let's talk about what the video was really about. Okay, so let's talk about it.
Let's see what this is. Oh my God. No effing way. Okay. Let's just read this and then we'll fucking get into
Girl
it.
with a microphone.
A video that has come up a lot on my social media feeds over the past few days is one from a little...
They linked the entire video. We're not going to watch the entire thing, but let's just see how she defends it, right? Oh, okay, let's just see.
Over 10 years ago. It
was a joke.
Klein zooms in on a photo of an 18-year-old victim of the Boston Marathon bombing at the scene of the crime with the words, "You can scar me, but you can't stop me," written on her stomach in paint. When he scrolls down to focus on her crotch and says the outline of her vulva is visible through her clothing in some of the crudest language possible. Is that not a misogynist to you, Kat? Are you still not calling him a misogynist?
So this was Kat Tenbarge writing an article about this?
Misogynist to you, Kat? When he scrolls down to focus on her crotch and says the outline of her vulva is visible through her clothing in some of the crudest language possible. Is that not a misogynist to you, Kat? Are you still not calling him a misogynist for doing that? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly what the fuck that video was, even though you're not going to care. He then issues a string of sexually explicit phrasing and the N-word. A little over 10 years ago, I believe it was 12 years ago, that this happened. And again, this is directly out of the Snarker playbook. Literally, that is where this video clip has been clipped and originated. I have been sent it in my DMs like 15 times from different Snarkers. So to say that you are not in with the snark stuff, when you're...
Hey everyone, how's it going? I guess it's not too late for you. You guys are just as degenerate as me, unless you're in a different time zone.
Quoting, when you're citing faux moi in your...
Okay, so far all we've heard from this person is, you're a snarker. I don't give a fuck. It's a journalist that wrote that article. why don't you address what's in the article? Don't be like, oh, well, you're quoting someone from a wrong source. Is the information false then? How is that relevant to the story at all?
You're in your pieces, and now you're sharing this bullshit that has been debunked. Girl,
Invert. You work the late shift.
you are down the snark hole. Whether you are actually in there or not.
Okay. This has been going on for almost 2 minutes, and she's only said, "Oh, you're a snarker. You're a snarker." Let's see how long it takes her to actually get to something substantive.
You are down the snark hole.
I'm down the snark hole. I'm down the snark hole.
It took me 2 seconds. And here's the video on H3 Snark. H3 Snark. Okay. Oh, here's another one. 5 months ago. Also H3 Snark. Talking about it. Here's what the video was really about. The video was a stupid, terrible joke to start with. It was
Is Donald Trump actually going to die tonight? Like, not gonna say anything, but I saw something about that. Is that happening? Is that the do we have like a New Year's ball dropping, but it's actually just his testicles descending even further down his leg? Like, are we having a countdown tonight? Because I'll stay up all night. I don't care.
12 years ago, and it was mocking the.
Oh my God, Fishhead, you're playing Elden Ring? Hold on. Heck. Okay, my I have Elden Ring pulled up. I'm gonna have to play later.
Kinds of people who post disgusting stuff like that in a specific subreddit. I believe it's called Bravery Jerk. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So this is where it gets weird to me. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. Hassan made a series of videos where he was playing a misogynistic character, right? And at the end of the day, or like after those series of videos and seeing the kind of reception that they got, he's like, I'm not going to do this anymore, and I'm not going to do this because it's not having the intended effect that I want. The effect that he wanted was to like ridicule these misogynists in a humorous way and get people to realize like how disgusting they are, how lecherous they are, how over the top they are, and you mock someone by exaggerating their features. But it didn't really come off that way. It came off as him just being a misogynist. And like you even see it today where Ethan Klein like a few months ago was like, oh my God, don't you think that's strange? How much Hassan looks like Steven Crowder there? It's like it just wasn't landing. And then Hassan stopped doing it, right? So he did like a satirical take on skewering the culture that he was imitating, right? Here we have, and he was posting it onto his YouTube channel. I think he was on TYT at the time, right? Which is a progressive YouTube channel. Hey, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Okay, so Hassan posting misogynistic parody videos or like satirical videos skewering misogynists on to a progressive channel. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Hassan was working with TYT at the time, so you would assume that wherever he posts it, there's a progressive audience there that's the subscriber base, which was his intended audience, right? Oh wow, ha ha ha, like that's totally making fun of Steven Crowder. But I think like the wrong kind of crowd picked that up and they're like, wow, this guy's just as misogynist. Let me follow him because he's a misogynist and I'm a misogynist. I want misogynist content. And then Hassan's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. What did we have Ethan do? Well, according to this girl who apparently has a microphone, he was posting onto Bravery Jerk about to make fun of the people that post on Bravery Jerk. So he's posting onto a subreddit to make fun of the subreddit, which would get instantly banned. That's not actually true. He's not actually posting onto Bravery Jerk to make fun of the people that post on Bravery Jerk. He's posting on Bravery Jerk as a member of Bravery Jerk doing what they do. So, um, this is what I've learned thanks to this fucking YouTube channel that I started, where I am now on Reddit like multiple times a week. And over the course of having this YouTube channel, I've learned that like the jerk subreddits are the ones that are just like tongue in cheek, satirical content, sarcastic stuff, just like silly shit. So it'd be like the Breaking Bad circle jerk, or the r slash chicanery like subreddit, where they're like, oh, here's like a Breaking Bad post, but we ask like purposely stupid questions, or we make purposely stupid posts like, why didn't Skylar and Jesse ever have sex with each other? It's like stupid shit like that. The Bravery Jerk, and I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding from it is they make fun of people for being brave, right? So if you do something that you think is brave, like maybe a woman, like in the 2010s, a woman stands up and she wears like the pussy hat, and she's like, oh, Donald Trump is a molester of women, but I'm standing up and I'm speaking out about it. Someone would post that and be like, oh, they're so brave on it. So when Ethan Klein is posting, talking about how, like, you know, she says, you can scar me, but you can't stop me. That's not a video making fun of the people that are posting on there. That's a video making fun of the Boston Marathon bombing victim. He's making fun of her for having a brave statement, right? So he's sarcastically putting down this person who is making a brave statement, who is like coming back from an unspeakable tragedy and trauma that she experienced. And he made a video not making fun of the Redditors of whom the subreddit he's posting that video on. He made fun of the victim of the marathon bombing, specifically to get the Redditors in that subreddit to like his content and to want to follow him to his YouTube channel. That's what he's doing. He's not making fun of the Reddit. He's making that content for the Reddit, making fun of the Boston Marathon bombing victim. Sometimes the video doesn't have context that completely reverses the point of the video. The context of the video isn't going to make the content do a complete 180 in its meaning. Sometimes the content of the video is the meaning of the video. Like, I don't know how to make this more clear. He's not making fun of the Redditors. He is one of the Redditors.
It's this creepy subreddit where people post about,
like, look at this. Beautiful hero LeBron Paul, the first bravest of them all. I don't know what the fuck this is, like some LeBron James meme. And they're like making fun of someone who's being like maybe performative, who they perceive to be performatively brave. Maybe something like Colin Kaepernick. Oh, he took a knee. That's so brave of him. Like he's actually gonna do anything. That's what the subreddit would be making fun of.
fucked up things that they might masturbate to.
I don't think that's true. Like, I think that she's not even understanding what the jerk is. Like, you can look at you can just look at Reddit and you'll see that there's a bunch of different subreddits where it's like something that's been recommended to me, and I hope that there's nothing like NSFW in here, but it's like the okay, look, it's not that you'd masturbate to it. It's that the term circle jerk is a meme, which means like a group of people that have become almost like an inbred inside of like their humor, their communication, their inside innuendos have almost become inbred because they're just so involved in this kind of echo chamber that they've created that they're just like circle jerking themselves off. And so when you have like something like this, it's like their jokes are so deep fried that it's like a circle jerk. So it's like, do you think Jace ever sat on Victor's cane for scientific research? Something stupid like that. And they're like, we've been out jerked. It's like the inside jokes are so deep fried and inbred that only someone inside, like deep inside the circle jerk, can understand them and find some kind of humor in them. It's like inside joke on inside joke layered over and over and over again. It's like a Damascus knife of a subreddit community. So it's not, oh, I'm brave for jerking off to weird things. The only reason she would say that is because Ethan Klein was touching his genitals when he was looking at a 17-year-old kid. It's not about people bravely being like, oh, here's a cactus. I'm gonna jerk off being like an inch away from the cactus. If I get slightly closer, I'm gonna prick my prick. What are you talking about? Like, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I've nailed this. Bravery jerk Reddit. Okay, maybe I should search this up off screen. Okay, like, okay, look, I don't know if this is still a thing, but it's like, what if instead of Zoran Mamdani, he was soaring Momdami and he was a trans fighter pilot with huge tits who pegs landlords who step out of line? I think that'd be pretty cool. Being like, uh, oh yeah, like he's all of these marginalized people who's like a leftist and he'd be brave for doing that. I don't know. Like this isn't this. Am I wrong, guys? Gaming circle jerk is where they pretend to be toxic, misogynistic gamers, aka every other big gaming subreddit. Yeah, it's just like it's like a place for people to just get like super myopic about their commentary on the subject that they're talking about. Anyway, so let's just listen to this a bit more.
Okay? This was back when being an edgelord was really cool. But even then, Ethan was memeing on them. The video itself was made specifically to post on this subreddit. Because specifically of how fucked up something like that would be. It was not done out of like genuine arousal. It was done specifically to make fun of a rotted corner of Reddit. And yes, this time on Reddit was insane. Like the minor specific subs or.
Okay, so look, this is a post that I found that was like 12 years ago, which is actually the time where Ethan Klein posted on Circle on Bravery Jerk. I've been subscribed for months now and I still don't get it. You could say it is Circle Jerk's brother, but it focuses specifically on mocking Redditors who post controversial, edgy things in the vein of it being a brave opinion. So like, you can scar me, but you can't stop me. That's like a brave opinion, right? Ron Paul is featured so frequently because he was idolized as some kind of hero of free speech and libertarianism. Yeah, so the only politician to bravely take a stand against the government. So, like, he's taking a stand against the government. That Boston Marathon victim was taking a stand against being, like, stopped or being victimized by the terrorists that did the bombing. Being brave is often along the lines of taking a viewpoint / stand just because of its edge rather than its merit. For example, a fuck the government type of post is more just an angsty act of rebellion than a carefully considered anti-establishment stance. So this is like this deleted comment, which take it for what it's worth. But this deleted comment that I did not read before is backing up exactly what I said, where it's a subreddit mocking people for being brave. Let's see if we can find anything else. Circle Jerk decided to get back to its roots. Okay, is there anything else that's actually informative here? Bravery Jerk. There are people in Bravery Jerk that get it and others that don't get it. Both are indistinct. This is yeah, this is indecipherable. What? Okay, I'm not reading any more of this. I'm not reading any more of this. Shit is so messed up I won't even show it. Just trust me, bro. Okay, I do want to listen to a little bit more of what she has to say.
The ones of unalived children, Bad Emma Panda would have liked that one. Exactly. So again, this is I'm not going to say that this is another example of y'all not understanding what a joke is, because maybe some of you really don't know. but this was irony. That he made this video as irony. And yes, it was.
I'm not going to say this is an example of not understanding what a joke is, because maybe some of you really don't understand that this was a joke. So it would be an example of someone not knowing what a joke is.
Crazy. Crazy dark irony, right?
Oh, it's crazy dark irony. Care to explain the irony? Care to like delve deeper into this? Spread it like Ethan spreads his pubic hair to see his little peanut dick that like his own self-described way. Like, come on, dive deeper into this. Tell me about tell me about the layers of irony of it. Because all you said is that it's a joke and it's irony, but it seems like he's just doing it like ironically, right? Um to get people to like it's on its face. He's doing exactly what the subreddit is for. He's doing exactly what everyone on that subreddit does. He's not subverting any expectations if you're aware of what that subreddit does. He's a Redditor on the subreddit. What's the irony there?
It's a video he would never in a million years make today. And a huge reason of that is because none of us would fucking let him as his fans. It was fucked up then. It's fucked up now. The internet was a fucking...
So it's irony. He's making fun of the people on the fucked up Reddit, right? He's making fun of the... he's making fun of the fucked up people on the Reddit, but also the video is fucked up itself. So is it like skewering these people that are fucked up? Like, look, you can say that the spirit of Hassan's videos are not messed up. You could say that Hassan could easily get away with posting like ironic misogynistic videos now, as people do, as people are like ironically misogynist, but they say it in ways where you understand that they're not misogynist. And they do it in ways that are like obviously mocking to people that are. Like maybe, I don't know, Hassan plays like a Matt Walsh character where his wife leaves and he doesn't even know how to change laundry or do any of the dishes or anything. Guess that'd be more skewering like Matt Walsh, but he could still play a misogynistic character and that video come across well, right? Hassan could play a misogynistic character, make a video where he's a misogynist, and it can skewer misogyny. Can Ethan Klein make a video where he fantasizes about having sex with a 17-year-old or makes fun of the 17-year-old for being proud that she's like running the race again after surviving after surviving a Boston Marathon bombing? These two things are not the same. One is fucked up because of the intent of the video. The other had a bad outcome of the video because it was just like executed poorly. But the intent is completely defensible. Ethan Klein, the intent of the video was to ridicule this teenager. That's the intent of the video. It was to ridicule the teenager so that the people in the subreddit who ridicule people for being brave would go to his YouTube channel. That was the intent of it. Like, the idea that it's some kind of subversion of the expectations of the subreddit is completely cope. He's just a shitty guy that was posting in a shitty subreddit because he was a member of the subreddit.
Lawless wasteland back then. And yes, he was a much edgier YouTuber.
Once again, it's not about the edginess of what he's doing. It's about the actual content. It's not that he was a leftist but was just edgy and was like, oh, well, I think all people that pray to God should kill themselves right now because then they can go to their God and the world would be a better place without them and they'd be in a better place. He's not making edgy jokes. He was just like a little disgusting internet troll then, and I guess he still is now, but he's like tried to clean himself up a little bit and polish the turd that is his content. Okay, like this is just Cope. I don't think we can really hear anything more from her. Let's take a look really quick at this. So what did I see? Oh yeah, I wanted to watch this one. So this is Ethan explaining context of Boston bombing video, and this was 2 months ago. Damn, this was 2 months ago? Holy shit.
By the way, talk about throwing stones in glass houses. Taylor Lorenz is obsessed now with this video.
The funny thing about this is Ethan was like, everyone in my community knows about the Boston Marathon bombing video, and no one cares about it because everyone understands. And then like Dan's like, no, dude, I'm getting a lot of comments saying that we don't have any idea what that video is. And then Ethan brings it up and tries to like explain it away. It's pretty funny.
From 12 years ago about the Boston bomber that I've talked about. It's an old video, which is really embarrassing and cringe. Again, it is 12 years old. It looks like it was shot on a potato. And there is context, which I've explained, but I don't really even want to get into it right now because, frankly, it's 12 years old. I mean, who gives a fuck? And so she's obsessed with this 12-year-old video, and she keeps posting it and reposting it and posting the video everywhere thinking that people care. Our audience knows what it is and they don't care. But this woman has a disturbing history of messaging children without their parents knowing. Very disturbing stuff.
Literally like a 16-year-old that, I don't know, she was talking to about Roblox. Like, yeah, you can talk to 16-year-olds without their parents' permission, which is why doctors are able to prescribe drugs and other treatments to 16-year-olds without their parents' permission. Like, that's something you can do. That's teacher. Like, yeah, you can fucking talk to kids without their parents' permission. Obviously, you can't talk to kids about inappropriate shit, like sexual shit, or try to groom them or anything, but it's not a bad, like, yeah, you can talk to people. You can, even if they're children.
So she said, Ethan, here's a video of you sexually harassing a teenager. Is this a fake video? Please let me know. She really thought she was cooking. I said, this video is 10 years old. It's actually 12. Your claim is that I'm currently doing this. When you stop sexually harassing young girls and read a book, it implies active and current. Right? Obviously, right? Everybody knows that's what it means. I refuse to believe that she's that dumb.
Everybody, the chat is, nobody knows what this video is.
Oh, I thought everybody knew because it's a...
To be honest, I don't even know what the video is. I don't know what you're referring to.
Anyway, it's just a really old video where I was being super offensive.
You should play the video, Ethan. No one knows what it is. You should have played it.
And gross, and it's 12 years old. It's like one of the first videos I ever made. It was made for this subreddit called Bravery Jerk, and it was meant to be a parody.
Bravery Jerk. Okay.
You know that subreddit?
No, but I know about the jerk subreddits, like generally being like parody subreddits or whatever.
So back in the day, they talked about this, but I was trying to make content for like all different communities on Reddit, trying to get exposure any way I could. I was doing them from like YouTube Haiku. Was it
right? That one I remember.
And stuff like that. And there was this subreddit, Bravery Jerk, where they would just make like the most heinous fucked up comments about people. And I made this video basically being kind of like a parody of comments that this person received. And again, it's...
So once again, let's just run this through. This is so funny. This is like a person who's said racist shit being like, oh, well, I was saying it ironically. I believe it. I hang out with racists. I act racist. Like, I live my life as a racist person would. But I do all of this ironically, right? Ethan's like, I'm making content for these Reddit communities to try to grow my brand. They say heinous shit about the people that, about brave people, right? That's the point of the subreddit. They say heinous shit about brave people. Ethan says heinous shit about brave people. He posts it to that subreddit, but it's not that he's actually making content that is exactly in line with the content that everyone else in that subreddit makes. It's that he's parodying that content, right? That's what he's doing. He's not putting down the person in his video, even though he is in the video. He's totally putting her down, making fun of her for like that article written about her, making fun of her for the clothes she was wearing, literally slut-shaming her just for wearing athletic clothing. Keep in mind she's 17. And but it's a parody, guys. Don't worry. It's just trust Ethan. It's completely a parody. Once again, Hassan was making misogyny skewering parody videos, posting them to his liberal progressive channel, to his progressive audience to make fun of these people. Ethan Klein making videos that are, not actually like talking about the people that he's parodying, but doing exactly what that community that he posted his content to is doing, and then posting it to that community. He's a member of the community, he's posting it to that community, but he didn't really mean it. And actually, it's not supposed to do what it did. It's supposed to make the people that are part of that subreddit feel bad, according to Ethan Klein. 12 years later, according to him. It's kind of a parody, right? He can't even bring himself to say that it's a parody. He's like, I kind of made it a parody.
There was this subreddit, Bravery Jerk, where they were, any way I could, I was doing them from like YouTube Haiku. Was it
right? That one I remember.
And stuff like that. And there was this subreddit, Bravery Jerk, where they would just make like the most heinous fucked up comments about people. And I made this video basically being kind of like a parody of comments that this person received.
Being a parody of the comments that this person received.
And again, I posted it 12 years ago, and I erased it 12 years ago. This isn't even a video that's been up. So, excuse me, God.
So do you regret making the video because you looked like a shitty person? Like, why did you delete it, Ethan?
Anyway, the point is, you guys know I've done offensive and weird and gross and horrible and racist shit. Like, this is all stuff I've copped to, right? Like, I'm very transparent with all the fucked up things I've done all my time on the internet. And over the course of 12 years, it's quite obvious that, I've changed quite a bit. I also think a lot of it is like having your behavior examined, because a lot of it is having your behavior examined so close.
Okay. Also, I want to highlight what he says here, because this is Ethan Klein thanking his snarkers. For everyone that comments on all of Ethan's Instagram stories, tells him what a disgusting Zionist he is, how racist he is against Palestinians, how misogynistic he is against women, like especially Muslim women, like, let's be honest, how American imperialistic he is. Ethan Klein thanks you. Keep up the good work. Keep up the pressure campaign on him, because this here is him admitting that all of this criticism of his flaws is making him a better person. So let's check it out.
Behavior examined, because a lot of it is having your behavior examined so closely, it forces you to examine your behavior closely in the same way, right? So obviously, me and all of us make no, we make no.
A lot of this is having your behavior examined so closely, it forces you to examine your behavior and make a positive change in your life. Love that for you, Ethan. Thanking his snarkers here. Yeah. Like, I love how he says this with zero self-awareness, and then we'll just turn around, like, in the next breath and be like, and fuck everyone that criticizes me.
Excuses for my past of controversial content, right? By the way, Girl with a Microphone, who I shouted out at the top of the show, did a nice video about it, debunking it. So, shout out.
And this is where it's hilarious, too. Because even Ethan... So, I'm glad we watched that Girl with a Microphone video first. Because even Ethan doesn't believe that what he did was actually a parody video. Because why the fuck would he delete that video so quickly, right? He's like, I posted it 12 years ago. I deleted it 12 years ago. It was not a parody video. It was a video for the subreddit exactly doing what the people in that subreddit do, making fun of people for their brave positions, right? So Ethan, people bring this video up after 12 years. He doesn't have a defense for it because it was a shitty video that he posted, being a shitty person, because he is an internet troll. He is someone that will be misogynistic, racist, for clout. Like, he's just kind of like a go with the flow type of guy in terms of having no real political convictions whatsoever and no real moral convictions whatsoever. Like, he's just like an attention whore at the end of the day. Ethan doesn't know how to respond to this. Sees that the girl with the microphone made a video, and she's like, he was parodying the people in that subreddit. And then he's like, oh my god, thanks for the assist. This is like fucking Sean Hannity or someone on Fox News being like, oh, Trump, you don't actually want to be a dictator, right? You just meant that you want to get a lot of stuff done. You just meant that you want to be a strong leader. And like, Trump, he's old and senile, and he's like, no, Sean, I do want to be a dictator. Only on day one, though. Only on day one. Ethan, his brain hasn't gone all soupy yet, so he's like, oh yeah, no, like, it was a parody video. Thank you, girl with a microphone. Like, it totally, I didn't mean all of these things. I wasn't making it for the subreddit and actually trying to put her down. I was just trying to parody the subreddit. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. You don't post shit to a place where you're trying to parody those people doing exactly what those people did. Like, if I just filmed myself being racist to people and then I sent it to like Fox News or whatever, that's not skewering the people that watch Fox News. That's not skewering Fox News. That's just doing content for Fox News to get clout. So anyway, but I love how like even Ethan Klein is not shameless enough to say that this is 100% a parody. He's like, I kind of did a parody of these people. Like, goddamn, it's such a flimsy excuse. Even he can't repeat it. I just think this is so funny. So this is the type of shit you're going to see people bring out when we're talking about Ethan's unleashed videos from his pedo troll account. This is funny too. Just to wrap up the whole sexually harassing a teenager. So he's like, the bravery jerk. So this is like some further context regarding the video of Ethan supposedly sexually harassing a teenager. I love my favorite content creators sexually harassing teenagers, but you gotta get the context in there. In that video, Ethan was mocking people who had those kind of Braves opinions. Oh, this is so funny. Holy shit. Okay, so the Bravery Jerk subreddit at the time, at least, focused on mocking Redditors who make controversial / edgy posts in the vein of it being a brave opinion. Being brave is often along the lines of taking a viewpoint / stand just because of its edge rather than its merit. So remember that post that we read earlier where they're like, Ron Paul is always in the Bravery Jerk because he speaks out against America and makes it like a brave stance that he's taking. So it's not just mocking Redditors who have brave opinions. It's also mocking real world people that have brave opinions or stances that they take. So then this person says, in that video, Ethan was mocking people who had those kind of brave opinions about the Boston Marathon bombing, and in the process he said some pretty wild things. He even put flour on his nose to portray the people with these brave opinions as having cocaine-fueled rants. When the video first started being spread by snarkers, I'm not going to read this. Now that we have proven Ethan wasn't... Oh, Ethan was mocking people who were doing... Like, I love this. Ethan, who was making sexual comments about a teenager, you know, wasn't actually sexually harassing her. He was mocking people that sexually harass her. Like, you can't make this kind of shit up. This reminds me of when I'm watching this conservative Catholic podcast, and they're like, remember like maybe 2 years ago when there were horrible wildfires in Hawaii, and I'm forgetting which city, but essentially a city entirely burned down, and it was because of, you know, climate change makes wildfire conditions more likely to occur, and things were super dry because of lack of rainfall, and then it was also super windy because of like more extreme weather, and then also the infrastructure was poor, and so there was like like faulty electricity, and then that caused like wildfires to spark. You have this Catholic podcaster, and his producer's like, yeah, and they're trying to blame the wildfires on climate change. And, you know, it's so, their theory is so convincing because, you know, it was dry because it was drought, and they say that climate change causes drought, and it was windy. So like they're trying, because like there was a whole conspiracy of it was Chinese lasers, right? And he's a believer of the Chinese lasers. The Catholic podcaster is, and so the podcaster's like, well, the theory that it was actually just naturally caused is so convincing because it was really dry and it was really windy, and that just proves even more that it was the Chinese lasers because, you know, they had the perfect cover for it. It's just like you get so close to arriving at the correct conclusion. You get so close at just like following the little pathways of information and evidence you have to arrive at a conclusion. And then right when you get there, you veer off and you take a left turn into completely conspiratorial thinking that is not informed by evidence, but is just informed by your biases and your inclination to like someone and always give them the benefit of the doubt. And so when you get someone like this who made a massive post being like, my favorite content creator and podcaster was not sexually harassing a 17-year-old, and they're like, here's an album. I'm kind of scared to click on this. God. Okay, so I don't think this is that bad, but it's like it's people sexually harassing the 17-year-old, right? And of course it has to be a hot chick. You can't stop me. Actually, yes, they stopped quite a few. Like, look, it wasn't like, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here, but once again, this is just further evidence that these Redditors aren't just the people in this Reddit. What is this? I don't know, what is this Reddit from? He says, this is the post on r/pics that Ethan made, that made Ethan make that video since it was just posted a few days before the video was uploaded. If you sort it by controversial, you can see the comments were horrible. Okay, whatever. So yeah, like these weren't people making fun of Redditors. These were people making fun of real life people on the Reddit circle jerk. But anyway, my whole rant, the whole point of my rant is that these people are like getting so close they're getting so close to arriving at the truth simply by following evidence, and then they take a left turn at the very end, and they're just like, you know, you get this guy making albums of pictures, spending months researching this just to prove that that Ethan Klein wasn't doing what he did in the video. Like, you just have to have insane amounts of cognitive dissonance in order to do this. Like, he's posting content in a Reddit that makes fun of people for being brave, making fun of someone for being brave. It's not that complicated. Anyway, so yeah, expect to see a lot more of this. This is what I also wanted to talk about today. This is so funny. The ChatGPT. What if China, when it's really dry, they send people to Canada and USA? Yeah, I know. Like, you never know. It's the perfect cover for China to start doing fire lighting operations, because the conditions are so perfect for fire to happen in the Canadian North Woods that you would never know that it's actually secret Chinese spies with their Bic lighters going around to little like piles of pine needles and lighting them up. Okay. This is so good. Like, what the fuck is this shit? This is so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Ethan Klein. When was this posted? 1:05. I'm assuming that's AM. My friends, I have a terrible confession to make. Yes, it is true. My 15-year-old Reddit account was identified by using a doxing website that lists a history of all emails and passwords that have been leaked in illegal data breaches. A post last night was made on the Snark subreddit by the person who obtained this information. With Reddit's help, this person was able to disseminate this legally and maliciously obtained information to a community whose sole purpose is to harass me, my family, and my employees. Dude, cry more. Like, if you're talking about my wife, and you mean by harass, you mean like get criticized online, sure, but I don't think anyone's harassing your fucking children. in doing so, some terrible revelations were made. Like, I love how he's doing this such in tongue-in-cheek, too. Like, it's not a big deal, but he's, like, being fakely dramatic with it, right? Some terrible revelations were made. I have a terrible confession to make. Maybe get some different adjectives, fucking English major. Yes, my account username, pedo_troll. Bro, imagine being a 40-year-old man and writing that sentence on your Instagram at like 1 a.m. Mr. I have a wife and children, get a life, cause I have one. Oh, like writing my account username pedo troll. Holy shit, man! What is this guy? This guy's man. The well just runs so deep on the depravity that Ethan Klein has. Yes, my account username pedotroll made a few bizarre and edgy attempts at being funny. It was common on Reddit 15 years ago. Dude, this is so stupid. Okay. Alright, sorry. I'm just like so excited to get into this that I'm like dancing around it. Like something you guys need to know about me is when I have something that I like want to eat, like I've got like a tasty dessert or something, I like to nibble at it. I like to save it to the end. I want to finish all the other good parts of my dinner and then save that great part for the very end. So I'm just like so excited to get into it. I almost don't even want to cover it. But one thing that I want to get into first, because I like getting to the context of this shit. Holy shit, I fucking hate Reddit. I hate Twitter so much. Okay, home. How do I get to my posts? Got to let it load. Okay, post, profile. Okay. But yeah, this. So this is a post that Hutch made. He said, these people are inserting their American 2025 brains in 2005 Klein's body and then boldly claiming they would have refused IDF service. They have no idea what their worldview would have looked like being raised and educated in Israel at that time. None. Zip. It's the smuggest, most ridiculous form of self-aggrandizement to just assume you would have made a different choice. But acknowledging this would require demonstrating empathy for a young Israeli, and that is simply not in the cards for that crowd. Okay. So, like, we can ignore the fact that, like, there's people joining the IDF right now during a genocide. You can ignore the fact that Israel was an apartheid state when Klein joined the IDF. Who gives a fuck? This person's basically saying, like, you shouldn't expect people to deviate from the institutional norms of their society that they're in. And you have this exact, like, Ethan Klein and Hila have expressed this exact same sentiment. They're like, do you think we like being pro-Israel? We have no choice but being pro-Israel. It would be so easy for us if we weren't Israeli to be like, the genocide's bad. But we're Israeli, so it's hard. You're just saying you're like pro-genocide because you know some people that are pro-genocide. I don't give a fuck if you know people that are pro-genocide. I don't give a fuck if like you're friends or family with people that are pro-genocide. That's not a reason to be pro-genocide. Okay. So anyway, so that being said, Ethan Klein exists under the assumption that like nothing's gonna change. Like simultaneously things change, but also it's completely acceptable to be a shitty person as long as you say, well, at the time, that was what everyone was doing. Everyone was a shitty person at the time. Like, I don't understand that argument. Oh, you're a shitty person. Okay, well, everyone was. Okay, so then they're shitty too. That's not an excuse. Like, people don't excuse George Washington for owning slaves because it was common at the time. He still fucking owned slaves. That's not a good thing to do. Yeah, man, like everyone can do morally well. And people are like, oh well, like you live in the American imperial core. That's bad. I'm not fucking owning slaves. I'm not signing up to kill people as part of the military. Like there's a certain level of personal accountability that everyone has. And if you do shitty things with your personal accountability, you're a shitty person. Like, it's one thing to call your friends the F slur if you're in middle school and like that hurt people, but like actively making shitty accounts and trolling people to, funnel people to your YouTube channel, that's a higher level of personal accountability than just like casually saying slurs that you didn't know any better when you were in middle school or elementary school. Like, he's in his mid-20s when he's doing this. Okay, let's fucking go, man. Yes, my account username pedo troll, still an insane sentence to say, made a few bizarre and edgy attempts at being funny. It was common on Reddit 15 years ago. Listen to this. It was common on Reddit 15 years ago to create a thematically named troll account to post silly things from. Ethan, he's an alleged English major. He's done writing essays, he's out of college, he's not going to read books anymore, but what he is going to do is take those lessons that he learned from his English major and apply them to writing good, clever jokes from a thematic viewpoint on his Reddit account. So he created a thematic account, and you know what the theme was? It was pedophilia. That's what the theme was. Dude, how the fuck do you be like, oh yeah, I'm not like a pedophile. I made a thematically themed account to post silly things from, and the theme was pedophilia. Okay, man. Okay. The method was to have Redditors read something like, dude, this is 2025, and you're being like, I made a pedophile themed account. The method was to have Redditors read something crazy, then check the username and realize it was a goof. You can see the evidence of this on most of the posts made in character. Also, this is just like shitty. This is making the internet worse. These troll stories include anecdotes, fucking idiot, that clearly never happened, including a story that references my children who were born 10 years later. Further evidence of this is simply that I was self-promoting my YouTube channel. While doing these parody posts. That's not like, dude, these people don't understand what parody is. That's not parody. That's just you trying to be outrageous to get attention. It's not a fucking parody. A parody is where you actually make fun of something. You emulate something in a comedic and satirical way. You're not doing that. You're just trying to get attention as a troll. Like, dude, trolling is the lowest form of, it's not even comedy, it's like the lowest form of attention farming. And Ethan hasn't progressed out of that since then. He's still just a troll on the internet. In fact, I would argue that he's devolved, because now he's just like a spiteful, a retributive, like, drama farmer. Like, he's not even really a troll anymore. A troll is better than what he is now. Like, he's just attacking people for views. And further evidence of this is that I was simply self-promoting my YouTube channel while doing these parody posts. I knew I was personally identifiable the entire time. Okay, what? I was trying to be funny so people would look at my account and discover my YouTube channel. And that's not true. You literally just said that you wanted Redditors to read something crazy. It's not the same as being funny. I was not ashamed of it then, and I'm not ashamed of it now. Really? Embarrassed. Embarrassed. Yes, on par with cringing at my old YouTube. So, maybe I started this too late, man. Posting shit where you're like, I want to, like, okay, maybe we should just find some examples of this before we actually get into this. Ethan Klein, pedo troll. Oops, that didn't work. Ethan Klein, Reddit. This up. Yeah, that didn't work. Ethan says the N-word. Ethan Klein admitting that old Reddit account is his. We have posts from this old Reddit account. Ethan Klein, Reddit. Here we go. All right, what do we got here? So he said Zionist stuff. That's real funny. That's a real parody of himself. Oh, and he nuked his Reddit here. Why did he nuke his Reddit if he's not ashamed of it? Last night, every post and comment on the Reddit profile was deleted after no activity since 2013. All posts and comments are still accessible through archiving services. They describe having Tourette's life in Israel sketch comedy and link to H3 videos. Can I zoom in on this? Bro, why can I not zoom in on Twitter pictures? Actually pissing me off so much. Like it's larger, not expanded than it is expanded. Okay. Like I just want to read these. Okay, so let's just see what it is. Hey, thanks for posting this. Reminds me of the time I was doing squats while my son was playing with his Legos behind me. Well, I wasn't wearing any underwear, but I squirted shit all over his face, lol. He was too young to remember now, but whenever I watch him on the toilet, I always laugh at that memory. That N-word child sure is elastic. Reminds me of when I stand in front of the mirror and twist my hips so my dick dances around in circle. Okay, NSFW, I guess. Control. Okay, that's how I have to do it. Control/mousewell. Can I just copy this? I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys want to go through this. This is pretty fucked up shit, but I was telling people Ethan was scatophile for years. No, like he totally is. Okay, let's just hold our noses and go through this shit. God, I want to like blur some of those words, man. Ethan's 40 now, so he did this when he was 28. So he's writing this shit when he's 28. God, man. He usually stands under me asking what I'm doing. I just tell him daddy's dancing after he hits his 2-year-old. I mean, like, dude, it's a pedophilic themed Twitter, like, Reddit account, man. But I guess you throw in some racism and some scatophilia, and you've got the recipe for Ethan Klein's humor. This was like, what socially inappropriate thing are you frequently tempted to do? Touch little boys. This is him talking about, as someone with Tourette's, I don't think this guy has Tourette's, or at least he has something else going on too. Hey, I have Tourette's syndrome. It's not very interesting, but I'll answer your questions. I have Tourette's syndrome and I find this funny. As someone who lives in Israel, okay, there's not really context to this, but he says, as someone who lives in Israel, I'm troubled by this. Reports like this always seem to make their way to the headlines, becoming the basis for everyone's opinion about Israel and Israelis. The first thing you should know about Israel is that nearly all of the people here are quite liberal and in favor of peace. No, that didn't age well. We interact with Arabs every day. Oh, Jesus. Like, once again, man, the guy who claims Israel's so multicultural because there's Jewish Arabs there is like, we interact with Arabs every day. Yeah. I wonder what he means by Arabs. Like, surely he assumes that the Jewish people in Israel are also Arabs, right? He's not just like racist against Arabs. And it is no different than interacting with anyone else. There is no like, guys, I'm sorry, like, unless you I don't know. I don't fucking know. If I interact with someone, I'm not in America. If I interact with someone and there's um a big immigrant population where I live, if I'm interacting with someone, I don't fucking know if they're an Arab or not. How does Ethan know that, like, oh yeah, this is an Arab and I'm interacting with him? It's because there's a fucking social hierarchy and it's an apartheid state. Arabs are redlined, like, non-Jewish Arabs are redlined in Israel. That's the reality of the matter, and people fucking know that. And so they do discriminate against non-Jewish Arabs. They do discriminate against Palestinian Israelis in Israel. There's no getting around that. In every single moment where Ethan Klein's trying to be like, Israel's not an apartheid state, he reveals that it is. Every time he tries to disprove it, he just reinforces it and entrenches that idea more and more. There's no distrust or animosity between everyday people. The second thing to know is that ultra-Orthodox Jews are fucking insane. Okay. They're easily comparable to neoconservative. Like, I love how he's also like, there's a lot of people in Israel that are liberal and in favor of peace, but also there's a lot of people that are fucking insane and will kill every single Arab they see. Everyone in Israel hates the ultra-Orthodox. They're easily comparable to neoconservative Christians in their fundamentalism and even extremist Muslim. And even extremist Muslims. Love that, dude. Neoconservative Christians in their fundamentalism and even extremist Muslims. They are the scourge of Israel and as much of a detriment to peace as the terrorists. Wow, they're just as bad as the Muslims. Let's see, how do we get rid of a page break? Image options, replace image, format, page orientation, image borders, extensions, tools. Okay, there has to be